David asking about we saw so much and heard so much, and you guys set us up for all the recruits at the game, and many of them looking at both Notre Dame and Ohio State. So, um, anything to glean from who showed up and who was there? Has anything been out there since on social media? Otherwise, for us to gauge anything?
I'm not the biggest recruiting guru in the world, but I put together this list of all the guys who were there. Bill Kurlick estimated there were 70 guys at the game. And of the guys that I just had the names for, I probably don't even have the full list. 20 of them are national top 100 players between the 2023 class. There were 7 of those, 11 from the top 100 in the 2024 class, including, get a load of this, 6 of the top 10 in the 24/7 composite nationally. 6 of the top 10 players in the country. I've never heard of even like the opening or something like where you had that much talent assembled at one spot at one time. And then 2025, there were 4 national top 100 players from the 2025 class also there. So many big names, a lot of the Ohio State commitments, 3 guys on official visits: Keon Keeley, the defensive end from Georgia, defensive end Damon Wilson, also from Georgia. I think they came away from the weekend hoping that he might be the one that's closest to making a commitment to Ohio State, the number 32 player overall. And then the third official visit was Cedric Hawkins, a defensive back from Florida, who'd already committed to Ohio State. Again, so many guys from 2024, including Dylan Raiola, the top overall prospect in the country from Chandler, Arizona, quarterback committed to Ohio State. So many others. We have an update on JoJo Trader, a wide receiver from Florida, the number 3 player in the country in the 2024 class. KJ Bolden, defensive back from Georgia, number 4 player in the class. Like the state of Georgia, for instance, emptied out for this game and came to Columbus to see this. They've got guys from California. They had 5 or 6 guys from California. Did they not even start the season in California till next week or something? I'm like, this is incredible. Just all the talent that they had. But, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and LeBron James, you put them all in one stadium and everybody wants to be there.
It's, here's the thing is your 2023 guys, we're already to September. A lot of these guys have decided that they're going to take their recruitment at least to the early signing period. So I think the thought of coming out and having immediate news on any 2023 guys may have been a little premature, just because you're dealing with a lot of the high guys who are just going to take a little bit of time. I mean, obviously there's some 24 names that people are excited about. Ian Moore, the offensive lineman out of the state of Indiana, is somebody who had a great visit. I mean, if anybody leaves a trip like that and has a bad visit, it's because you're doing it wrong. They can't be satisfied with something, or you just ignored them. I mean, really the biggest bit of recruiting news that I would put as hard news is on the basketball side with the decommitment of George Washington III from Chris Holtman's class. But, I think a lot of that's because Ohio State had an official visitor or 2 on basketball side of things, Bronny James being one of them, LeBron's son, but also Tyson Chapman, who is somebody who I think could commit to Ohio State. I think he's a top 35 kid in the 247 rankings in his class. But, I think the big focus is on Ohio State had 3 huge edge rushers and sits in good shape. I mean, with Mateo, I can never pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to butcher it. I think, I see it. I'm not going to screw that one up. I think Ohio State is in a really good position with him. I think Ohio State really kind of solidified itself with Damon Wilson. And then, of course, Keon Keeley, it's going to be hard to beat Bama there, but Ohio State took its best shot, and I think it was a really good shot. So, give it coming days and weeks. I mean, Ohio State was able to take its shot. There's going to be, there'll be other visits along the way. And, I think we'll have plenty to be talking about leading up to the December signing period.
I will add on BuckeyeHuddle.com on our board there. Mark Givler and Alex Kleitman both had detailed updates about the weekend, and Alex also had like 36 reactions from recruits who were there as well. So you can find that at BuckeyeHuddle.com. Sorry for selling.